ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this semifinal match here between your Bristol Community College Bayhawks and Springfield Tech. Today's match is quite important. Whoever wins here today will go on to the finals tomorrow night. The other half of the semifinals being contested in about half an hour between CCRI and Holyoke. Two teams that Bristol has beaten in the past. Last time that they faced CCRI, it was 3-1 in that contest, and then it was 8-0 against Holyoke. Both teams that historically good against, but of course, it's not going to matter until tomorrow to see who truly is the best. The girls team here for Bristol in white, Springfield in maroon. What a season the Bayhawks have had. It started off pretty rough and then started picking up a few wins here and there, got the ball rolling, and here they are in the semifinal match. Should also note that BCC's President Douglas is here in attendance, wishing the girls the best of luck here in their match. But the game is underway. Pretty bare bones here today, so I'll keep you updated on scores and on timing. And already the Bayhawks on the attack. They've got the ball through. It's currently up with Aruya, who does take a shot, and it does find the back of the net. A curveball to just slip by the right side of the goalkeeper. And not even 60 seconds off the clock, the Bayhawks drawing first blood. And if you're Bristol, that's exactly what you want to do. Get it going immediately and then try and carry that momentum out until the very final whistle. These teams have met before in the past. They played 3 weeks ago. It was a 12-0 game in the favor of the Bayhawks. And then they were supposed to face again on the 20th, but that was a forfeit from Springfield Tech, so automatically a 2-0 loss for them. And the Bayhawks once again finding themselves in the attacking zone, moving it up the side. A shot goes out wide, and it's going to be a goal kick for Springfield. The first one here for them this afternoon. The shot from Briscoe looking very promising. But should the Bayhawks win here today, we'll be back again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for the final match of the season to crown a winner. As we said earlier, we won't know the winner of the CCRI Holyoke contest as they're starting half an hour later, so we'll have to wait and see what the official results are. Then and only then can these teams fully prepare for that match. You can look at the stats and say historically Bristol has had the advantage, but you can never be 100% certain until everything is set in stone. So for right now, the Bayhawks can't really afford to relax. They are going to have to keep working at this as though it's the first time that they've met this team. And a free kick from a challenge the refs weren't too pleased with. It's currently rolling around right now in Springfield Tech's far corner. Has not gone out of bounds quite yet, and as I say that, it does. The Bayhawks with a throw-in. Very commanding start here. We get the opening kickoff, of course, this half, and the start of the next half. Springfield will be getting the starting kickoff. The Bayhawks got that first touch and have really just been keeping it on this half. Although they are drawing a free kick against themselves, so Springfield could see this ball getting sent over the half-field line. And it's a low kick straight into the Bayhawks line already waiting there. Swass just doing what she does best and intercepting it, and the defensive line now getting a little bit of action here as they find themselves with possession of the ball off of a rather heavy kick. Players already communicating, getting this ball back upfield. Short, quick passes here. really mess up the defense. The cross coming in into the zone. It's going to slip by just about everybody and get picked up here by the defense. McKinnell trying to work it out as best she can, but can't quite do it. And a long shot from a far way out is going to bounce off the goalkeeper's hands. Thankfully there to pick that one back up. The Bayhawks ready to reaggress almost immediately, but shut down. So a throw out to the far end of the field here. Springfield's really trying everything they can right now, and they have a little bit of life in those tires as they do get that ball moved forward and a free kick or a throw in. We'll give their players a chance to just reposition, gain some ground, and get ready for play to resume here. So 5 minutes have already gone in this first half. It's 1-0 in favor of the Bayhawks, who drew first blood within the first 60 seconds. They want to go to the finals. They know their opponent, and they know exactly what they have to do. And what they have to do right now is get some beautiful passing going. It's going to be crossed over, picked up, a shot, finds its way into the back of the net. Oliveira off of the assist from Arroyo makes it 2-0 here. The captain telling us that's one. There's two more after this. So we'll see if Cambria's prediction is correct. See if we'll get two more out of Oliveira, get her that hat trick. And definitely plenty of time to do so, of course. 39 minutes to go in this first half, and then there's going to be another 45 following this. Bayhawks getting the play on, and it's going to be a breakaway here. This goalie's got to make this stop. The shot is going to come in. No, and it's going to be tripped up. The captain, Swass, with a beautiful breakaway. And this is going to be a penalty kick taken by none other than Kim Oliveira. Could be looking for another goal here shortly after her first. Ref checking on the goalie. She's ready. Checking on Oliveira. She's ready. The whistle blows. Stepping up. The shot goes just up and over the crossbar. Oliveira with a chance to make it two. Just a little too much of an angle, perhaps the protractor a little out of calibration, but I'm sure she'll be getting more opportunities as this game goes on. So ball resumes play here, immediately picked up by Swass again, who gets it stolen away from her. It's Plunkett who is there to shut that down, and a long pass up the field. The goalie from Springfield Tech is just going to let that one roll out. So another goal kick here for number 22. But we'll let one of her defenders take the shot. Will be taken by number 21, Tatiana Lamas, the captain for Springfield Tech, as she decides that she's going to try to go low and fast. Although to Swass there to head that one and break it up. Looking around, seeing what she has for options. Is going to use a very long pass to the far end of the field, picked up there by Arroyo, who does have a goal and an assist here today. Back to her captain. Looking around at all the avenues. It was passed back there to Cambria, who let that slip through. Although Cambria with a shot from quite a ways out. It's going to go high and right. Coach for Bristol offering some words of advice for his players, telling them just play the ball, move it around, keep Springfield from getting a moment to breathe, really tire them out. And in the sport that's all about stamina, that's exactly what you want to do. So another goal kick here for Springfield Tech. Again, taken by Lamas. as Dunkelly will just stand aside. So another low, fast kick bounces off of Swass. Bailing her teammate out. She sees she's got some players to work with across the field. Tried to go for a low pass across the ground, got intercepted. And the ball is going to roll back into the Bristol half. Picked up here by Venuti as she looks for a teammate, but instead finds a maroon-colored jersey in the way. And right back to her. She is going to be using her goalkeeper to get a little bit of space here. Jillian Abbott in goal. She sees a little bit of action, although Springfield Tech is starting to get some offense going. And it appears to be a handball bouncing off of the Bristol team. So free kick given over to Springfield Tech. This is the farthest they've been downfield all game. So they're going to be looking to see if maybe they can capitalize off of this. Players checking up, making sure they've got everybody covered off. Taken by number 21. Shot coming in, it's going to go up and over, just barely above the crossbar. Abbott absolutely had the height for that one. A perfectly timed jump, too, and an extension, but again, just a little too high, and that ball sails out. So Bristol with their first goal kick here this afternoon. It is a nice, brisk day here in Taunton, so a little bit of Mother Nature's air conditioning to keep these players cool all game. The ball back in play, kicked up by the captain. It's going to be a very long pass up the sideline. Arroyo does have the ball. Will she go for the shot? Will she go for the pass? She takes the shot. It curves and just barely goes wide right. A beautiful curve on that ball. Oh, it actually looks like Bristol's going to get a corner kick off of this. So perhaps bouncing off of the goalkeeper's hands. Score remains 2-0. 33 minutes to go in this first half. It has been all Bristol all game. They're going to keep this one going here. Going to keep this offensive push going. Two hands going up. The pass high into the box. It was almost headed there by Oliveira. Is picked up by her teammate Maynato, who finds herself in a little bit of trouble. The pass out to the top of the box from one to the other. Cambria with this shot. It just barely stays out. It was actually Swass there with the shot. My apologies. Goalkeeper Dunkelly falling down on that one. Just on the goal line. Keeps it from being 3-0. She's going to roll it out to her defensive line, who already finds themselves with some room to run. For them, very, very good. They can maintain possession and try to move this ball upfield. They can't really do it with the same sort of speed and aggression as Bristol, but slowly they can. Playing more of the tortoise role compared to the hares that the Bayhawk players seem to give themselves. And right now, Springfield Tech across over the middle is booted way out and picked up immediately again by the Maroons. It bounces off of Oliveira already on the challenge. Sorry, not Oliveira, but Oliveira finding herself with possession right now. It's Arroyo. Could she make it two? Fires it up and over. Top of the crossbar. Scoreline remains 2-0. 37 to go here in this first half. It's been all Bayhawks. So they are looking to end this game ahead of their opponents so they can play here tomorrow night under the lights, 7 p.m. Make sure you get your jackets, your pants, your blankets. It's going to be a chilly one. Ball's booted back into play. Another low pass here for Springfield. It seems to be what they practiced. Pass through looked very promising for a moment, but was broken up. Right now the captain under a little bit of trouble. A through pass intended for Prisco does not go the way she wanted at the moment. Maynato here on the sideline. A lot of trouble finding herself in. Bristol moving this up slowly. Prisco did not get a handle on the ball like she wanted, and it does find itself going backwards, but the defense there to move that ball back into play. And a pass right to the sideline seems to be where Bristol likes to go. A little triangle formation, a through pass right now, and actually that is going to be offsides against the Bayhawks. So, free kick coming in here for Springfield Tech. Struggling to find really any shots on net. They've had one so far this game compared to what the 6 or 7 that Bristol's had so far. This ball getting juggled around midfield right now, picked up by Springfield Tech. It's Plunkett who has a chance here. She was trying to pass it over to her teammate, and now it's Bristol back on the attack. Oliveira, a beautiful through pass running up the field. It's Prisco. She's trying, dipping and dodging, getting pushed around, and does find the back of the net. Springfield Tech. Oh, and it actually might not be a goal. I think it was called off. It appears so, yeah. I think they were offsides. Or maybe something to do with goalie's challenge. Can't be too sure, but what we are sure about is that the scoreline remains at 2-0, just under 30 to play here in this first half. Prisco for a moment thought she was going to add her name to the scoring sheet, but that's not quite the case. She'll have to wait a little bit longer to add to her stats. This ball right back into play. Bouncing off of excuse me. That was actually off of Emily Belmont, the other goalkeeper for Bristol. But the throw-in is for Bristol, picked up by Oliveira, who finds herself getting swarmed by a whole heap of maroon jerseys. Although Oliveira right back with possession, she is going to use the pass over to Prisco with this shot, and a beautiful stop there from the goalkeeper, keeping the scoreline 2-0. Prisco trying to go a little bit of a chip shot, but unfortunately hasn't found the back of the net, so corner kick here for Bristol, taken by Arroyo. She took the first one earlier, is going to take the second one. It actually looks like the goal from earlier was a handball. So for now, that scoreline remains 2-0. Prisco looking for the header, doesn't quite work out. A shot there coming in from a mosh pit of players, easily picked up by Dunkelly. So she's looking out, seeing what she has to work with. Thought about rolling it, but decided the drop kick was probably going to be a little bit better. And it seems like no matter what, Bristol all over it, using all of their skill, all of their knowledge from all season long. This ball is onside, but picked up by the goalkeeper once more. That offensive push diffused quite quickly. And another, drops it to herself and decides a low ground pass is the way to go. And that seems to have given Springfield Tech some room to play with, although Oliveira is going to pass it back to Prisco, who broke that one up. Prisco moving up. The shot is just wide right again. Prisco laying it on, though, really giving this goalkeeper a run for her money. The scoreline remains, though, 2-0, 25 to go here. It has been Bristol all game, compared to Springfield Tech, who's only had one shot this half. As a reminder, whoever wins today will be back here tomorrow night to face off against the winner of the CCRI Holyoke contest that should be going on right about now, possibly just getting started. They are playing at CCRI for that game. We'll have to wait and see what that is going to be. For right now, though, Prisco still with the ball. She looked for a through pass, and it's kicked out by the defense. Another corner kick for Bristol. Another scoring opportunity here this afternoon. And it looks like this is going to be Cambria who's going to be taking this corner kick. Cambria stepping way back here, trying to get a lot of power. Crosses it into the box. The goalkeeper with the hands on it stops that. A very smart play there. Using the advantage of having your hands. Something every other player on the pitch here, barring Jillian Abbott, will not get to experience. Put the ball back into play, bouncing off of just about everybody on the way down. And again, Bristol just using their superior numbers. All the through passes really split up every Springfield Tech player. Another through pass again, and it is actually offsides. Arroyo a little too far forward, not too pleased with that. Thought she was onside. The refs say otherwise. So free kick from the spot of the foul. Taken by Tatiana Lamas once more. Just giving her players a chance to really move around, try to find some space that they can work with. It's going to be a long boot here. Immediately headed away by the captain, picked up by Oliveira. She's got some players to work with, kicking it out quite wide. It's Prisco on the hunt, full throttle into the zone. She's going to take a shot. It is going to get blocked. And Prisco again denied her first goal here this afternoon. She had a goal called off for a handball, a ball that's gone high, a ball that's gone wide, a ball that's gone into the goalie's hands, but has not gone into the back of the net, but still plenty of time for her to do that. There's the drop kick immediately into Bayhawk possession. A little bit of a questionable pass there, but is easily circumvented as a pass rather up from Cambria right into the goalkeeper's hands again. So after a very quick start here, Bristol is sort of struggling to find the back of the net, but have had several attempts that have been very, very close. And a through pass is broken up by Venuti, player who we see doing that a lot, and it is the offsides, a little too far forward. And so once more, the captain will take this free kick. Springfield Tech players finding some more space to work with. Bristol checking up, making sure they've got all their zones covered, got all their players covered before this free kick comes in, which it does. Nice little shot up and over the middle, immediately picked off. And right now, Bristol almost 5-on-2 here. As the through pass is a little too far forward. Oliveira cannot get there, although Arroyo back with it in her possession once more, right over to Prisco. She's going to give Prisco another chance up into the zone. The shot coming in, blocked by the goalkeeper. And Hannah Rivera using her body to buy her goalie a little bit of time there to pick it up. Prisco again denied. It was an excellent pass, though, to keep that offensive push going. Ball getting rolled out to the captain here. She finds herself with a lot of pressure and trying to find a proper outlet. But despite that, Bristol picking it up again. A little fancy footwork, trying to find a player to pass to. Does find it. Players communicating, calling for the ball. Passed on over to Swass, who goes way, way over. It's going to be picked up here up into the zone. Is it going to be a cross? No, a little bit of a cutback. And that cutback is cut down from the defense, although they can't rest yet. Picked up once more by the captain. A shot quite a ways out. Absolutely no problem for Dunkelly. She's able to grab that one out of the air. A failed drop kick. Oliveira had it there, a little bit of too much angle on the foot. Put it right back into the goalkeeper's hand. She picked it up right on the line at the top of the box. So no penalty for her, thankfully. And right now, it looks like that dropkick actually has done quite a lot of work running up the far end of the field. Number 12, Aquino, is completely shut down by this defense. And now the offense get a chance to shine. Jillian Swass, some beautiful work there on sides. Arroyo, she is moving up. Could she take the shot? Yes, she does, but wide and left of the net. The scoreline remains 2-0, 18:45 to play here in this first half. Bristol still laying on the shots, not letting up despite that 2-0 lead. Not quite the game we saw the last time these two teams met 3 weeks ago. As a reminder, that was a 12-0 win for the Bayhawks that actually got cut early in regulation. And they were supposed to play on the 20th, 9 days prior to now. Although Springfield Tech having to forfeit that game. So Bristol automatically awarded 2-0 scoreline. And right now, they might have had a 2-0 off a forfeit. They're going to look to make it maybe 3-0 here as the shot coming in from the captain is just tapped wide there. Jillian Swass using all of her moves, trying to put as much of a curve on it as she could. It was a very, very good job. The goalie there just able to shut that one down. So this corner kick going to be taken by Jenna Cambria. It looks like they are going to be calling for the cross, it seems, although they've got players sort of spaced out. So, well, they could go for the cross. They could do so otherwise. The cross does come in off the head of Swass. Picked up again by Cambria, using her players for a screen. The shot coming in, the pass. A beautiful pass there from the captain. Oh, it's offsides. Oh, goodness. Bayhawks again shutting down anything. The first goal called off for a handball. The second one for an offsides. And for the second time, you may be able to hear it, the spectators having their celebrations be for naught. But maybe they could get a chance to finally celebrate. Oliveira moving up and into the box, crosses it over. It is going to just slip through the captain's feet. She's trying to find who she can. It's picked up. Prisco with the shot off the defender is going to be grabbed by her teammate, and the ball batted away out of the zone. Although the defensive line for Bristol here to pick this one back up. Arroyo with the pass back to her captain. The shot from quite a ways out just goes wide left, and the scoreline remains 2-0. As we are getting a change here for Bristol. Belmont getting a chance to take a breather here just under 16 minutes to play in this first half. And Springfield Tech getting a little lucky with a couple of those goals getting called off. One for the handball, one for offside. But Bristol, of course, not letting that stop them. They are more than capable of keeping the pressure on, keeping the ball moving in a direction they can work with. Just tiring out this Springfield Tech team. Right now, Swass able to get possession of the ball. Oliveira, an intended target for a pass, although was beaten to the punch by the defense. And speaking of defense, Bristol using their defensive line to get some space for their players. You can see the captain there with a through pass is picked up by the goalkeeper. Frisco, the intended recipient. With that package, not enough postage on it. Gonna have to go back to the office, get a few more stamps, and try and resend it. And they're currently sending this one up the field. Every player getting a chance to help out. And it's actually going to be a breakaway for Cambria, who's going to dip one way, try to dodge the other. This shot just wide left again. It did bounce off of the goalkeeper. A little bit of a scuffle there for possession. Well, the Bayhawks will get a chance to keep things moving. Have to make sure that nobody hits it with their hands. Nobody's offside. Looking for goal number 3 here in this first half. The cross coming into the zone. It's going to go up and over the goalkeeper's head. The top of the zone here. A pass back middle is picked up by Prisco as it bounces off her teammates. Arroyo with the shot. Hooks it wide left. Springfield Tech again getting out of this one, albeit barely. Scoreline remains 2-0, 13.5 minutes to play here in this first half. 2 goals from Bristol have been denied. One for a handball, one for offsides. So they're going to be looking to avoid that again. They have been absolutely in control of this game. The time where the ball has spent itself in the white team half, it's immediately been booted back out. And Springfield Tech, really all the effort they put in is removed almost immediately. And this goal kick is going to be fielded to a couple maroon jerseys, although Jillian Swass giving a new meaning to using her head, keeping that ball in possession. Ario with the crossover. The pass up to Oliveira is a little too high for her to manage. And right now, this ball is just going to get kicked out. It'll be a throw-in for Bristol Community College. Ball rolling over just a little beyond the second base here with the baseball diamond right next to us. And the throw-in for Aruya right to her captain is actually going to slip on through. The 2 captains, Cambria, tripped up there. But her team able to keep things going. And the cross over the middle intended for Prisco. It's just going to get kicked out wide. And this will be yet another corner kick. It looks like it's going to be taken by number 13, Alyssa Aruya. So again, these Bristol players setting themselves up. Need to make sure they're not too far forward. 2 hands going up here. The cross, it's low through the zone, and the goalkeeper sprinting out and picking that one up. Looks like they were maybe looking for a bit of a penalty, but the refs say otherwise. Seems like every player is pretty unhappy with that decision to keep play going. But Kelly does have possession, and gives it back to her teammates. And this ball kicked upfield and just out of the way. A throw in for Bristol. This one going to be taken by Minato here. She looks down the sideline, does find her teammate. Looks like she may have stepped over the line, so she'll get another throw in. And Arroyo here, a nice little through pass. Oliveira trying to make something happen. The defender there from Lamas is able to stop that one and kicks it out. Although Bristol, we've seen it in the past. Ball gets kicked out. Someone's already there and right back onto the attack. Jillian Swass there, right over to Cambria. Cambria really scrambling this defense right now as she's going to pass this ball up through. It's going to get broken up. Oliveira waiting on the sidelines. Looks like she was going to be the intended target for a pass, but shut down. And right now, Arroyo once again with the pass. The crossover is going to get picked up here by Melendez, who unfortunately cannot maintain possession. Right now, the Bayhawks really fighting for this one. Play continues on. Ragiani doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on. There's a crossover. And again, Oliveira, the intended target. It's just going to go wide. Still 2-0 here. 9:15 in this first half. A very different game than we saw 3 weeks ago between these two. And of course, there's still going to be 45 minutes after this. And despite the lower roster number for Springfield Tech, they are doing a phenomenal job right now of staying in it. They may not have the same sort of offensive push that the Bayhawks have had, but certainly have been able to get out of it. But right now, Oliveira with the ball, she's going to pass it over to Prisco. Prisco is going to put a through ball here to Melendez, blocks it, and the kick botched, and the scoreline remains 2-0 Melendez. Subbing on for Emily Belmont. Trying to add her name to the scoring column, but all for naught just yet. And again, Bayhawks with a lot of room to work with. Is Prisco finally going to get her chance in the sun? Yes, she does. The back of the net off of the pass there from the captain. Patience is a virtue. Good things come to those who wait. Prisco showing us that is exactly the case, and this goal will not be waved off. 3-0 here in the first half, and a substitution as well coming on here for Bristol. So Springfield Tech, another kickoff here. Just about 7.5 to go. Bristol already breaking things up. Prisco picking it up again. She's going to be moving up the field here. She's got a break. She's going to be using those long legs to get ahead of everybody. The shot coming in. Bounces off the goalkeeper. A second attempt is blocked as well. Oliveira was there to try and continue the play. Or no, sorry, not Oliveira. The play looking to continue. And despite that little hiccup and everything, Bristol already back on it. Arroyo with a shot from a long way out, and the goalkeeper just going to let that one go wide and to the left there. Decided that she does not need to challenge this. Picking up the ball here. Just a little bit more than 6.5 here to play. In this first half, it's 3-0 for your Bayhawks. Goals coming out from Prisco, Arroyo, and Oliveira. Compare that to Springfield Tech, who have only had one shot on net, and that one went just a little too high. Abbott was there, had the height, had the reach, but didn't have to worry about it. And this ball picked up here. Oliveira with the pass out wide to the wing. Over to D'Amato. And the cross coming in from the captain. Is Oliveira there? No, she is not. Venuti there trying to, or not Venuti, excuse me. That's number 19. That's Emily Belmont, actually, trying to earn her stripes. But again, just a little wide. And it appears as though we do have a player down on the field here for Springfield Tech. They're already playing with low numbers. The last thing they need is a player to get injured here. But it's Plunkett there, the captain, able to get back up and play on. Goal kick going to be taken once more by Lamas. So 5 minutes to go here in the first half, 3-0. It's been Bristol's game from the first whistle, and they are just keeping the ball rolling right now. Belmont with a pass out wide over to Maynato, looking for her options. Arroyo, a little bit of a sell there. She passes it up and over to the middle. It's going to slip by everybody. Prisco picking it up, a little bit of a bouncer. It's going to go out, but it will be another corner kick for Bristol here. Another scoring opportunity. Now keep in mind, they are kicking into a headwind. So you have to adjust a little bit, and the wind is not constant either. It seems to pick up and then die down. And back again, the header from Oliveira. It's an open net here. Bristol cannot find the back of the net. Reggiani tried to, but it wasn't meant to be. But the defense there absolutely able to pick that one up. The shot just passing by Prisco, did not get a boot on it the way she wanted. Venuti, the far back defensive player, able to pick that one up. It's going to slip through. Prisco with possession. It does get broken up. Springfield Tech running around trying to find anything they can, and it's actually appears to be a foul there against the Bayhawks. So Springfield with another free kick here to work with. Trying to see what she can work with, really. Probably going to be another long pass is what they've really been going for here this afternoon. And it is going to be a long pass. It's pretty low, and that's just going to get headed over to the goalkeeper. Jillian Abbott picking that one up. Absolutely no problems. And thrown out wide there. Arroyo passing it over to Oliveira, who is going to use a little bit of a through pass. You look at Prisco. She is moving and grooving. A tap around the goalkeeper. She's just got to put it away. Yes, she does. That goal stands. Prisco, 2 on the day here. A beautiful through pass from Oliveira. Nobody was back. Prisco sensing it. Turned on the jets. One little tap around the goalkeeper. And then a final one to put a bow on the present. Christmas may be 2 months away, but she's given her team gifts early. And the scoreline now 4-0. Just about 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Bristol absolutely no problem giving Springfield Tech a hard time. This ball is sort of just up in no man's sky around midfield. Oliveira calling for a foul, but it's just going to keep going. A through pass from Belmont is broken up. Prisco trying to get it. Belmont everything she can to try and gain possession, although Maynato is there to find something. Oliveira with a pass over to her captain, Cambria, stepping up with the shot, the back of the net, and now Bristol is starting to find the success that they have been denied twice of prior. And Jenna Cambria adding her name on to goal scorers this afternoon. 5-0 is your scoreline here, 1:15 in this first half. A very explosive start was followed up by a valley of silence and a couple of called off goals. And now within that final 10 minutes, it's been the back of the net for Bristol 3 more times. goals from Cambria, Prisco, Arroyo, and Oliveira this half. Prisco currently on for a hat trick here. And again, another through pass with possession. What is she going to do? She tries to chip it, and it just goes a little too high. It appears as though her hat probably still in the shop. They weren't quite ready. She'll have to pick it up at a later date. So 30 seconds to go here in this first half. Bristol has been all over it in a very commanding position, and they will absolutely be looking to carry this through to the second half. If they win here today, they will move on tomorrow night for the finals. CCRI and Holyoke are playing right now. We do not have those scores, but we can tell you one of them will also be in the finals tomorrow. And for the Bayhawks, if they win, it will be home field advantage under the lights. But ladies and gentlemen, this first half over and done with. Bristol Community College in the lead 5-0. We're going to take a break here and be back in 10 minutes, but keep it locked for the second half. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about ready to start this second half between Bristol Community College and Springfield Tech. Scoreline 5-0 for your Bayhawks as they start taking to the field. First half started off rather excitingly. 2 goals in the first couple of minutes for the Bayhawks. They had one within that first 60 seconds and then found the back of the net once more. And then there was quite a long valley between the next few goals. A couple of them called off. The first one for a handball against Bristol, and then the second one offsides, both in the final 10 minutes. And got it together and found 3 more goal scorers currently. Your captain, Jenna Cambria, 2 out of Bella Prisco, 1 out of Alyssa Arroyo, and then the final one out of Kim Oliveira. So these players looking to keep the ball rolling in the second half. Springfield Tech just finishing their pep talk. Bristol already out on field. Halftime was very different for these two teams, or for their coaches. Bristol coach very, very animated, very amped up with his players. And Springfield Tech, it was quite a quiet affair for them. 45 minutes here on the clock for the second half. Springfield Tech has quite a lot of work to do here if they want to make it to the finals tomorrow night. The other half of the bracket is currently being played by CCRI in Holyoke. It's a home game for Rhode Island. So that's good news for them. If Bristol wins here today, it will be a home field game for them tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We looked ahead for the weather, and it is going to get chilly. Looking low 50s, and then by game's end, it'll be the mid-40s for us. So for us here at the commentary box, it's going to be jackets and pants and maybe some gloves and a hat or two. For the players, well, they're probably going to have to stick with the shorts, but you got to remember the sport about running, when you get that cold air hitting you, it feels amazing. And, well, you can kind of just use that and keep yourself going. But for us here in the booth and then the spectators as well, it's going to be stationary for them. So definitely a chance to bundle up. We do not know the score currently of the CCRI Holyoke game, and we won't know who's the winner of that until after we ship out of here within the next 45 or so minutes. But a championship final fight under the lights. A beautiful backdrop for the game. And both teams just finishing up their final huddles, it seems, as the refs converse at the midfield line. And then one of the line refs getting some taps in on the ball. Bayhawks have broken the huddle and into position. Springfield Tech breaking their huddle. And out onto the field they go. So the Bayhawks now will have a chance to score in front of the spectators in the bleachers. Those poor folks have been seeing goals from quite a long way out, but I'm sure they're going to be very pleased with the front row seat should those goals start coming through. Springfield Tech will be taking this first kickoff. The ball's away. The clock starts. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the second half here between Bristol Community College and Springfield Tech. This is for a chance to play in the finals tomorrow night. It is 5-0 for your Bayhawks. It's been a very commanding game for them, and already moving the chains up the field. In the corner is Emily Abbott all by herself right now, looking for some help. Springfield Tech finally getting a chance to move the ball back the other way. It's going to be a cross or rather a through pass intended for Dunkelly, and she rushed up for the goalkeeper, Jillian Abbott. And another through pass. This is up to Prisco. It looks like it's on sides. Could this be the hat trick? She's moving up with the shot, and it just slips on by. And Prisco. It appears as though the Taylor was done with her hat. That is the hat trick for number 8. And just within the first 60 seconds, the Bayhawks have scored, mirroring that first half, and they're going to look to score again. And well, if that happens, then we could potentially see a similar situation. Couple goals in the first couple of minutes, and then it's going to be a lot of near misses and called off goals. And then in the last few, we should see some goals. But of course, I don't have a crystal ball. We only have a soccer ball here, and you can't see the future too well with one of those. Right now, really just struggling is Springfield Tech, trying to find some space to work with. The pass up to the captain, Swass. The intended target of Oliveira is broken up there by the defense. And this ball kicked up the sideline and lazily going to roll out there. The throw-in for Maynato, immediately spiked into the ground, picked up by Springfield Tech. A pass across the field is going to find its mark. And just like that, Cambria shutting it down. Although right back to the previous player who had it, Aquino. A clear there, a shot is just going to go up and over. Springfield Tech was looking to finally start it up and finally get themselves on the board, but not the case, just a little high. Jillian Abbott not really having to worry about that one. Had the reach for it. So this goal kick fielded up. Oliveira with a long shot. Is Prisco on sides? It looks like she is. Is she going to go for number 4 here? Stepping up into the box. She is waiting. Fires it. Back of the net, and Prisco. The pass from Oliveira. It is 7-0. Prisco on the verge of making it 5 here this afternoon. Remaining on sides, a job well done. Off the field goes Jillian Swass, getting a chance to relax. In her place, looks like Zayden Melendez. 7-0 is your goal line right now. 41.5 to play, so a little bit of deja vu from earlier. A goal within 60 seconds, and then another one a few minutes later. So we'll see if we're stuck in the matrix. And when the same things happen. And this ball picked up immediately here. The cross coming in from Prisco to Oliveira, broken up, kicked out wide, and it is picked up from Springfield Tech, although they can't do really much of anything with it. Arroyo with the cross into the middle. Oliveira is going to be there. She passes it back to the middle. Prisco with the shot, and it's just up and over the crossbar. Beautiful set of passes here from the Bayhawks, but a little too much power on it. The scoreline remains 7-0. So yet another goal kick for Springfield, as that one goes way up the field, crosses over the midfield line, but Venuti there to stop that one and get the ball moving back in a productive direction for her team. This ball, it looks like Minato was the intended target, but it's Raggiani who was there to pick that one up. She goes for the cross into the zone. Prisco there on the far side, doesn't get the touch she wanted. She's running away from the goalkeeper. She was passing it over to Oliveira, but was blocked by Aquino, and this ball still in danger right now. Melendez, the pass to Prisco, a shot coming in. It is going to get booted out and away from the defensive line. Venuti there to get the ball back and rolling again. And the captain there looking for a little through pass up to Oliveira, but picked off. And now the ball moving the other way. Venuti messes up, and now it could be a chance for Aquino to open up the scoring. She's running up quite a ways. The shot does find the back of the net, and Springfield Tech on the board here. And Aquino making sure it's not a shutout here this afternoon. Venuti there tried to make the clear, but mistimed it and tripped over herself. And there was nobody back to defend. And by the time there was, well, the ball was already heading towards the left side of the net. So 7-1 is your scoreline right here. 39 minutes to play in this second half. Springfield finding some life. The question is, how much more can they find? They have to overcome a 6-goal deficit to send this one into overtime. They're probably going to be banking on Bristol having another error like that. Well, that seems to be a dime a dozen right now for Springfield. Although with the ball again, Aquino really moving this one up, really doing what she can. This ball barely going to stay in bounds as it's kicked around, passed around. And the Bayhawks now opening up. There are some holes in the defense. How well has Springfield Tech found it? It appears as though they were looking at a slice of American cheese, not a slice of Swiss cheese for a defensive line. But right now they continue on up. There's a 3-on-3 right now. Aquino again with the ball, but the defense chasing her down, and now we're really starting to move upfield. The captain really starting to get the legs going. Cambria does have Prisco there for assistance. The pass over to number 8 in the zone, top of the box. The shot is faked. She goes back in, sends it wide, and it is just going to get stopped there by the goalkeeper. Prisco looking for number 5. Not going to happen yet. 37 and 20 seconds to play here in the second half. 7-1 your score line. Prisco getting very aggressive there, although it does bounce off of her, so it'll be a throw-in for Springfield Tech. Quite a ways downfield. So play will resume here, and you can see the Bayhawks setting up a bit of a screen right now. Try to make this throw-in far more difficult. Although Springfield Tech actually managing to find their mark. Moving this ball up. Picked off immediately. A pass up. Is Prisco going to try to make it number 5? She takes the shot, and yes, she does. Prisco, 5 on the day. Could be looking for the double hat trick by game's end. A beautiful little through pass there, and the goalkeeper actually coming out. So Jillian Abbott will take a break, and in her place is Emily Belmont. Sounds familiar. She does play out on the field, number 19 normally, but she does take the number 1 jersey as the goalkeeper. Jillian Abbott hasn't really seen a lot of pressure besides the goal from earlier. A few shots going high against her, but staying out. So it's 8-1 for the Bayhawks here, 35 or just under 36 to play. And already Springfield Tech finding a little bit of space here, and they actually have possession right now. Bayhawks trying to strip the ball from them any way they can, but Springfield Tech showing the same bit of aggression, but a beautiful little move there from the captain. Gives her possession and keeps the ball moving up. She is going to find the pass on through, tries to get challenged there from the defense. That ball is going to get kicked out and roll just over the out-of-bounds line. Melendez will get this throw in here. It was looking very good there for Cambria. She was really starting to move this ball. Oliveira called to the sidelines. So she's going to be having a break here this afternoon. And right now this ball in a very dangerous spot. A shot is just going to roll over. It does manage to stay in though. A very tight angle. And that ball just slipping off the foot there of D'Amato. So another throw in here for Springfield, roughly the same spot they had their last throw in. Gonna look high for that. It's broken up by Arroyo. It's going to be in Prisco, and Prisco getting shoved to the ground, and it looks to be another penalty kick. Now, Bristol got a penalty kick earlier in the game. Was not able to convert, but they have another chance here. And it looks like it is going to be taken by the captain, Jenna Cambria. She has a goal this afternoon. She's going to be looking to make it number 2 here and potentially make it 9-1, just under 34 minutes to play. She's ready. The goalkeeper's ready. Stepping up. The shot is going to get blocked. And a beautiful stop there from Dunkelly. Using her chest to keep the ball out, and then as it's up, she's able to pick it back up, and this ball is just rolling out, and it's going to be a corner kick. Bristol still in this Springfield end. And it appears as though Cambria is going to be the one to take this corner kick. And we are going to be seeing a change here. So Salguero is getting off the field. And in her place is going to be Victoria Ruda. Ran out with the penny. Can't have that on the field. But you won't be able to miss her with how bright orange that thing is. But play shall resume. Cambria signaling the corner kick coming in, and Springfield Tech is there to intercept the ball. Fielded out, but picked up by Melendez. Melendez looking for her captain, who does manage to pick up the ball after a bit of a stumble, but a throw in here for Springfield Tech. And much the same way these teams met the last time, Bristol in a very dominant position right now. 8-1, Prisco picking up the ball. It's a through pass over to the captain, a final touch. And there it is, Prisco with the assist over to Cambria. It is 9-0 here. Cambria on track for a hat trick of herself. And the pain continues for Springfield Tech. The last time these teams met 3 weeks ago, it was 12-0 for the Bayhawks, and that game was actually ended early. And right now it's 9-1, just about 30 minutes to go here in the second half. They were supposed to play on the 20th, but Springfield having to forfeit, and it was automatically a 2-0 win for the Bayhawks. So right now it's sort of a repeat of last time. And D'Amato was a little bit offside. She tried to stop and maybe wait for the line to move back in front of her, but at that point it was just a little too far forward, and it will be a free kick awarded over to Springfield Tech. Your captain, Cambria, going to get a chance to take a breather over to the bench for her. Obviously her afternoon is not done, but the coach deciding that she's earned it. So Bayhawks currently playing with 7 players right now. They know they've had the advantage for quite some time, and right now it's going to continue as Oliveira's going to get a through pass here up the field and right back over to Arroyo. Back to Oliveira. They're sort of just mixing it up right now and trying not to get mixed up themselves. Arroyo trying to do what she can to find a clear shot to work with. Dipping one way, dodging the other. She's at the top of the box, working her way in, and it is going to get stabbed away there from the defense. And now Springfield has a chance to try and do something. 30 minutes to go here in the second half. It's 9-1 for your Bayhawks. They are looking to play tomorrow night in the finals. Who they'll play, it's either CCRI or Holyoke. It'll all depend on how that game goes. We won't know that scoreline until we all get out of here this afternoon. But a 7 p.m. game under the lights, and it's looking to be a chilly one if the forecasts are to be believed. looking to start the game in the low 50s, and by the end of it, the mid 40s. So we'll be picking up sweatshirts, sweatpants, and some gloves right now. Oliveira with the shot is going to find the back of the net there. A pass from Arroyo. And Oliveira also on track for a hat trick. Off the field goes Venuti. Oncoming Prisco and Cambria. So 10-0, or 10-1, excuse me, is your scoreline. Goals coming out from Cambria, 2 for her, 5 for Prisco, 1 for Arroyo, and 2 for Oliveira. What an afternoon it's been here for the Bayhawks. And it appears as though this second half is not quite the same as the first. We did have those 2 goals very early on with the first half, and then a long silence as we waited for the next goals to come in. And then the last 7-8 minutes or so, we saw 3 more goals to have a 5-0 scoreline at the end of that half. And right now they've scored 5 goals, and we are about to pass about halfway here. So a very different story. Arroyo, a beautiful little juke there. It is just going to get kicked wide, though. Perhaps looking for a penalty. The ref's not awarding it. So another goal kick here for Springfield Tech. A 9-goal deficit, 28 minutes to do so. I'm no mathematician, but those are pretty tough odds to beat. And despite the lead for Bristol, they're still communicating very, very well, still calling out who is where. And Melendez and Maynado having a little bit of a miscommunication right now, as Maynado trying to keep that one in. It does get taken away here, and now Springfield back on the attack here and picked up by Jenna Cambria. And she's going to be looking around to see what she's got. She tried to go for a through pass. It bounced off, and she does get that through pass. However, no one's really going to be there to pick that one up, unfortunately. The only person there to pick it up is the goalkeeper. It's Bonnie Tran in the goal now. Looking to see what she's got, and a very low drop kick that doesn't really go much of anywhere. Despite having some Bristol players around it, is picked up by her teammate. Although, as I say that, it's Prisco doing what she can to try to keep this ball moving. And although there was a little bit of momentary loss of possession, and it's going to be a free kick. The challenge there, the refs were not too happy with. So Springfield with the free kick here, looking to maybe find the back of the net again. So the kick coming in here. It's going to be a long pass over and into the box, headed away by the captain. And it's a shot that is just lazily going to roll just wide left of the net. An excellent chance, though, for Springfield Tech to find the back of the net once more. But right now, that is not the case. Bristol's still in control here, 10-1 in the second half, 25 minutes to go. And on the verge of being in the finals. Arroyo miscalculating the bounce on that ball, wasn't able to pick it up. And Cambria really using all of her strength to get this ball moving. And Oliveira was there to bail her out of it. Looks like Bayhawks might have been looking for a penalty, but not quite. And now Springfield Tech with a chance at the top of the box, broken up there by the captain. Using a little bit of fancy footwork to try to move this ball upfield. That she is doing. Looking for some options here. Up and over the middle is going to be picked up here by D'Amato. D'Amato is just going to lose her footing on that one. And she is pressuring And that ball is low and across the ground. You see Prisco here really challenging for that, and she is going to do that. So now she's moving it up the field. A cross pass here to Arroyo. She's looking for the next one on the day, rolling up. And the light tap coming in, and the back of the net is found for Alyssa Arroyo. The pass there from Prisco makes it 11-1, and we now have 3 players looking to make it a hat trick this afternoon. Jenna Cambria, Alyssa Arroyo, and Kim Oliveira. But the bragging rights for most goals goes to Prisco with 5. So she's looking to make it 2 hat tricks here. Taunton. The line ref and the end ref, a little bit of conversing right now. And the play continues again. Springfield Tech with the kickoff, and they're trying to look for some early life in this possession. And it appears as though the Grim Reaper is working with the Bayhawks to kill any sort of offensive push they've had after that first goal. This pass through up to Oliveira. Could this be the hat trick? She takes a shot, and yes, it is Oliveira. 3 goals for her, and the scoreline is now 12-1. It's very similar to what we saw 3 weeks ago. But last time out, it was a complete and utter shutout against Springfield Tech, 12-0. But Oliveira is absolutely more than willing to take that one. So another hat trick being awarded over to the Bayhawks. Now it's just 2 players looking to add a 3rd goal to their name. Cambria and Prisco, or sorry, Cambria and Arroyo are looking to make it a hat trick. Prisco actually looking to make it 6 here. That would certainly be something. And despite Springfield with possession, they are still just getting hounded by the offensive line of Bristol. Reggiani trying to make something happen there. It wasn't quite meant to be. Actually, the goal earlier was from Reggiani, a bit of a misstep. Or no, sorry, it was Oliveira. That challenge there coming through. Bayhawks weren't too pleased with that one, but, well, play continues on. And Prisco's able to break this one up, no problem at all. The heartbreaker here, it seems like one of the big Bristol players. And the through pass. Oliveira is onside. She does have possession. She has D'Amato there for assistance, but stepping up, and that shot up and over the upper 90 of that goal. Oliveira was looking for 4 this afternoon. Not quite the case. The scoreline remains 12-1, 21 minutes to go here. It has been an absolute thrashing for the Bayhawks, making short work of Springfield Tech. And if things stay the way they are, these girls will be back tomorrow night to face off against the winner of the CCRI Holyoke game, currently being played on the home field of CCRI. Both teams that they have beaten in the past, Holyoke more so. The last time that Bristol played against Rhode Island, it was a 3-1 deficit, or a 3-1 win rather, for the Bayhawks. So if they're going to be facing CCRI again, they're going to look for a bit of a similar scoreline. Although if it's Holyoke, they'll still be looking for a similar scoreline to those contests from earlier in the season. Right now, it's Prisco trying to find her way out of trouble, and she does. Uses Reggiani as a lifeline. She's got a couple of players to work with. D'Amato on the right, Oliveira on the left. What is she going to work with? It looks like she's faking a shot, takes a shot, and that is just going to go right of the net. That would have been her first goal of the game here. So 20 minutes on the clock. 12-1 for your Bayhawks here. And despite the winds here changing direction, the winds of competition have not changed directions, as it has been on the backs of the Bayhawks for this whole game. Oliveira looking for D'Amato. D'Amato with a chance to take a shot here. It is going to get intercepted by the defense, and now stuck in the corner is number 21. That's Captain Tatiana Lamas, although she is finding some assistance here using Dunkelly as a lifeline. And that ball is going to be fielded over to Plunkett. Plunkett back to Dunkelly as she finds herself stuck on the sideline. And it is going to be Cambria that's there to pick it up and does kick it out. So a throw in here for Springfield Tech, going to be taken by number 22. Plunkett Dunkelly. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually going to be taken by Lamas. But what a game it's been here this afternoon. So the throw in here gets past everybody. Prisco picking it up and passing it over to Oliveira. She is on sides. Could this be number 4? She breaks the defense. She's holding on the shot, does take it, and there it is, Oliveira. 4 goals here. An amazing pass there from Prisco, finding all sorts of space to work with. And we do get a substitution here. Off goes, it appeared to be Raggiani as well as Prisco and Cambria. So they're going to have some time to recuperate and possibly be back out on the pitch here later on. 13-1 is your scoreline. 17 minutes and 45 seconds to go. It has been a day for Springfield that they would rather forget, and for Bristol, one that is one step closer to that championship final. And it's a through pass there. Oliveira, very well done. Raggiani actually not getting substituted out. It was Arroyo that was given a chance to have some time to breathe. But still, it was a very good attempt. But right now, Springfield Tech has some fire in their hearts right now as they look to get this ball into the back of the net. But Bristol all over that one. No problems asked. Aruda stuck on the sidelines right now. She's going to be looking for anybody she can. And it looks like Venuti's there to help her out. And this ball given over to Raggiani, who's going to be looking to see what she's got. She doesn't want to force the offside. She's just sort of waiting back and forth. And she does see Oliveira. Does not get the pass she wanted, but the pass is actually going to find its way over to D'Amato, who's going to be down the sideline here, quite a far ways back from this goal. What is she going to do? It's just going to get taken away here from Springfield Tech, and it does get kicked out. So it will be a throw-in for Bristol Community College. Oh, no, it's actually a throw-in for Springfield Tech. So the line ref seeing a little bit differently than we and the players did. But this ball still very much in Springfield's end. The pass bounces off of D'Amato and actually goes through the legs of Dunkelly. Right now, Arroyo doing a lot of work right now, really finding some space to work with, walking up with the shot, and it is just gonna bounce to the side. The goalkeeper not expecting that last little bounce. And Arroyo, it's the hat trick. She joins the club. That hat looking very nice on top of her head. It seems that everybody going to the same hat tailor. Off the field, Oliveira and Raggiani. The Bayhawks playing with 6 now. A 14-1 scoreline. 15 minutes to go here. An absolute beating for Springfield Tech. Probably thinking to the last time that they met the Bayhawks and how that game went. But they're still trying to generate some offense here. And a kick from a long way out. Easily scooped up by the goalkeeper, Emily Belmont. So she's going to try to go for a drop kick. It looks like it just slid off her foot there, although her teammate's able to pick that one up. It's Raggiani who isn't able to do it, and right now running up the field was Zoya Plunkett. Tried to make it 2. Belmont able to just reach far enough ahead and stop that one short. The ball still, it's stuck in this Bayhawk, and another shot from Plunkett. And Belmont again able to bail herself out of that. Goes for the drop kick up to D'Amato. Who does she have to work with here? Quite a few players, and that ball does roll out. So taken by D'Amato, and we actually have a substitution coming in here for Bristol. And it looks like D'Amato's going to get a chance to take a breather. In her place, it's going to be Bella Prisco. The woman with 5 goals here this afternoon. And you can bet she's going to be looking for number 6. 13 and a half minutes left in this contest. And for the Bayhawks, this finals game is looking quite realistic. But whether it's a game against CCRI or Holyoke is yet to be settled. But a 13-goal deficit in 13 minutes. Springfield is really going to have to get it moving right now, and they are doing that. A shot coming in. It is actually going to find the back of the net. Belmont a little too short of reach there. So Springfield grabbing a second one this afternoon. And that is going to be a Kinyal doing it once more for her team. So she is looking to make it a hat trick here this afternoon. So 14-2 is your scoreline at 12 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. Bayhawks, of course, playing a lower number, not playing the full squad right now. Only 7 players on the field, 3 offense, 4 defense, plus their goalie. But have absolutely not faltered in the slightest. The pass there looked for Prisco to pick up. When it gets sent back right now, Spainato in a lot of trouble as this ball getting fielded up slowly but surely from Springfield Tech. They're starting to find a little bit of life here. The shot is going to bounce off of Anuti's back, right back into Plunkett. But unfortunately, it's not meant to be. Melendez picks that one up, gets taken away by Aquino. And could she find number 3? She's going to go for the cross. It's not going to work quite as well. That ball dancing on the out-of-bounds line. And the shove coming in, playing on here. There was no whistle. This ball fielded up. It looked like it was going to be for Maynato, but not the case. But Prisco is there to pick that one back up. What is she going to do? She knows she's got the speed. She knows she's got the power. She knows she can wait. She's going to dodge to one side, move the ball upfield, and that is just going to roll out, and that will be a corner kick. Given over to Bristol. The last touch coming out there from Lamas. So Prisco will take this corner kick. She'll be looking to try to put an assist there on the stat sheet. Who is her intended target? She's got a few players to work with. She's got Maynato. She has Aruda. And it's a low pass into the zone, picked up there by Aruda. And Aruda could be looking for Prisco. And Springfield Tech, that one is going to be a goal kick. Seemed to have just bounced off of the Bristol offense there right at the end. So the score, 14-2 for your Bayhawks. 10 minutes left in the game. It's a 12-goal deficit in 10 minutes to overcome it for Springfield Tech. And it seems like they're sitting at the base of Everest and they've forgotten their climbing equipment at home. As the mountain that is Bristol is just piling on the inclement weather. Oh! And down goes Salguero. She ran right into the goalkeeper on the challenge. And the coach here for Bristol coming out. Salguero has not gotten up. Can't quite tell how hurt she is. But she is getting up here with the assistance of her coach. And it looks like Salguero's day is over and done with. Very slow here. But she gave it her all here and really went to go for goal there to make it 15-2, and well, sometimes it just doesn't work out. So it looks like in her place is going to be Cambria. So she'll get handed over to one of the trainers and figure out what the issue is here. But always good to see the players getting up. So a goal kick awarded over here for Springfield Tech after that. It appears as though it may be the leg there that has been, or that has sustained a little bit of damage. Hopefully no fractures. But play continues here. 14-2, 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Springfield Tech has found the back of the net twice here in the second half, but a 12-goal deficit may be impossible to overcome at this point as Cambria finds herself in possession, looking for the pass up to Prisco, a little too far forward, although it will bounce off of Lamas there. A throw-in given immediately over to Cambria. Is Cambria going to take a shot? Yes, she is, and it actually bounces off the leg of the goalkeeper. So Cambria with a hat trick as well this afternoon here. And out of every player that has scored for Bristol, all of them have scored at least 3. Cambria, Arroyo with 3, Oliveira with 4, Prisco with 5. 15-2 is the scoreline, and I don't think it's too far off to say that Bristol has more than secured their spot in the finals. We can only guess how close the game between CCRI and Holyoke might be. When Bristol played Holyoke the last time, it was 8-0 when they faced off. And then when they played against CCRI, it was 3-1. It was a lot closer, but right now a shot coming in there from Raggiani. Does get stopped, so she will not be able to add herself to the scoring column just yet. And Springfield finding a good bit of room to work with, although Melendez there to send that one back in. And it's picked up here by Maynato, who's looking for some assistance, and she is going to find it in the form of Raggiani, who knows that she's got quite a lot of players to work with. She does see her captain off to the side of her, is going to use that. Cambria back up here through the middle is going to get picked off. And now, oh, Springfield had a chance there. Cambria was able to throw a wrench in the works. A little behind them is Oliveira. So she'll send that one back up. Picked up, of course, by Raggiani. Looking around, seeing what she's got to work with. She's got Maynato, she's got Prisco. And this actually is going to be a pass over to Maynato. Can Maynato add? No, she can. It is broken up. And Springfield Tech getting this ball moving back in a direction that they want to work with. But Melendez saying, I'm having none of it, and sends it way out wide. Aruda was there. What is going to be bested right now, it's Aquino, who is just charging up the sideline. She finally has some players to work with here. Had to stall and buy them some time. Bristol finally getting this ball away. They struggled to find it. The header there from Raggiani to keep it going, and she is having quite the argument here for possession. Does get it, and it is over to Prisco. Prisco's got some room to work with. Can she make it 6 here? Moving up into the box and just waited a little too long. The goalkeeper, trivial save for her. 15-2 is your score. 4 minutes to go here in the game. And for Springfield at this point, it's just about waiting out those final few minutes. And soon the pain will be over, as will their season. And a shot there from Raggiani is batted away, and it will be a corner kick for Bristol. Taken, of course, by Raggiani. So she'll be looking around to see what she's got. Prisco off to take her place. Oliveira looking to make it 5 here this afternoon. We have Cambria running up. She's got 3 to her name. And it will get fielded to her on the far side. She's got to be careful, though. She's got a defense to work with. And that is offsides, a little too far forward for Raggiani. So a free kick again for Springfield Tech. It's going to be a low shot along the ground, but is going to find its mark here as Plunkett's picking it up. And it will be another free kick. The captain, Cambria, not too pleased with that, arguing she didn't have the ball, but the refs having none of it. But Springfield will maintain possession here. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the game. And it's all about consolidation goals at this point. Really is no chance for them to score 13 goals in 2 minutes. So at this point, just try to pad the stat sheet as best you can and get back to the locker room and hang up the cleats and take some time to relax before the start of the next season. And what a pass there up the sideline. Sprinting towards it is Aruda, although she has the defender there. That is Rivera. He was able to steal that ball away. But now she's got to get it past Aruda, and she can't. It will be a throw-in, though. So the final seconds ticking away here before that last whistle. And the Bayhawks, despite the scoreline, despite the advantage they've had, they have just kept the pressure on Cambria from a long way out. Just barely right of the net. Very, very good attempt, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final 60 seconds of the game. Your Bayhawks 15-2 here this afternoon at home. And it looks like they will be punching their ticket to the finals tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Whether it's against CCRI or Holyoke, we'll have to wait. But what a season it's been for your women's team. They started off losing their matches and tying 1, and then realized that they are the Bayhawks and have been on a massive winning streak and have kept it going, first in their division. And they have really shown it here today. We've had goals from Cambria, Prisco, Arroyo, and Oliveira, all of them at least 3 to their name. 2 of them with a hat trick. It's Cambria and Arroyo. Oliveira with 4 goals and Prisco with 5. But ladies and gentlemen, time has expired, and that's the game. Your Bristol Community College Bayhawks are moving on to the finals tomorrow night. 7 p.m. It's going to be at home, a fight under the lights. It's going to be a cold one, You can bet your bottom dollar that we're going to be there. But ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, everyone here on the production team, the girls team, and of course, Bristol Community College, we'd like to thank you so much for stopping by, and we thank you for your support. Your girls are going to be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Is it Holyoke? Is it CCRI? We'll have to wait and see, but we hope to see you there.